Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. We've woken up to a windy morning this morning, and our top story, of course, is the yellow alert. Rain is on the way, or it's already here, depending where you are.
And we'll also be talking about little child's heartwarming act for Gaza is winning hearts in the UAE.
King Charles III's boarding school is coming to Abu Dhabi. We've all the news on Gordonston, and Simran is dressed for the occasion.
My dream was to go to a boarding school. Because of what they show in the movies, but the reality is quite different. And then we'll also be talking about the Nakheel Palm Run is looming, and there's a 21,000 dirham prize money up for grabs.
That's enough to get me out of bed, that's for sure. And then later in the show, we're going to join by DXBhun. She's talking teaching, blogging, and her secrets to social media success. But let's jump in to our top story this morning. You've woken up in all parts of the country. Let us know what the weather is like near you. A yellow warning alert has been issued by the National Centre of Meteorology and Seismology in most parts of the country. Dubai and Abu Dhabi in particular should expect rain today and into the afternoon. It's expected to calm by this evening and return again tomorrow morning.
We're okay for it to rain all day, every day. But the most recent report said to be aware if you're taking part in outdoor activities, while some parts of the country are on orange alert where hazardous weather events are being expected.
Rain has been reported in Dubai already this morning. Parts of Sharjah have been experiencing rain for the last 8 days, and there are thunderstorms expected in parts of the country. If you can see these videos behind us, a little bit shaky this morning, but there was thunderstorms last night through Al Ain, lightning, thunder, which is really, really cool to see. People are saying it's cloudy where they are. There's been rain in Ras Al Khaimah since 7:30, and Richard Fitzgerald says winter is coming. He's not wrong.
Winter is coming. This morning we woke up with grey, gloomy skies, not as sunny, not as bright.
I'm not here for it.
You're not here for it?
Not here for it.
Not your thing.
No, it's cold. I didn't come here for this.
But it's like when you see, it's like, when there's rain, there'll be a rainbow. So maybe think about the rainbow that's awaiting us in the skies.
I see traffic. Okay. I see grey. I like the sun getting out of bed in the morning. It makes it easier to actually literally lift the covers and get out of bed because it's cold.
Okay, let me paint a picture for you. It's raining, really heavy outside. We're stuck indoors. We can't go out anywhere.
We're at work.
We're at work. Anyway, we would be indoors. Okay, and it's 4 p.m. And you just go make yourself a nice cup of hot chocolate, and you're drinking it and looking out the window for a second and just hearing the drizzling sound. And like you're all cozy with your little cardigan.
It's just not for me. There's two types of people in this world. I didn't grow up with sunny weather, and therefore I just yearn for it. I crave it. But I think most people here, like everyone's saying they want the rain, so happy. It's great to see that it's raining.
Oh my God, you guys, it's a rainy day. Kids at school will be so happy. I hope school is cancelled for all. They deserve it, and they deserve a rainy day to go back home.
Daniel Perez says, here for it can be outdoors again. This does mark the start of winter weather, by the way. It's been a long, hot, humid time. So actually, for the fact that it means the winter is coming,
get out your sweaters. I thought we were doing tennis.
Oh, get out your coats.
Get out your winter boots.
Your scarves.
Your gloves.
Your hats.
Your hot chocolate mugs.
I thought I had my office cape that I always have here, but it's over there. But it's great because AC is always called to the office.
But people in Sharjah, Muhesna, Gises are not really witnessing the rains, and they're just like, where is it raining? Where is it? It's all fake. That's where the fake video comments come in from.
No, so Sharjah has had scattered rain for the last 8 days. So we posted yesterday highlighting some of the flooding, which you can see in other parts of the country where we hadn't got that. That was a result of Cyclone Tej. We didn't experience that in Dubai. So when we posted it, people thought they were old videos. They were fake videos. Our videos, by the way, they come from Storm Centre AE on Instagram. They also come from the National Centre of Meteorology and Seismology. So they are very genuine videos, but just the country is big. So even though it feels like there's a roof on Dubai, there could be rain in other parts of the country.
Exactly. Now we'll jump into our next story. Child's heartwarming act for Gaza is winning hearts in the UAE now in the midst of an ongoing Israel-Gaza conflict. The UAE community has rallied its support to those in need. A touching moment recently emerged from Sharjah's Tarahum for Gaza Donation Center, where a young child volunteered her time to help pack aid for Gaza, leaving a deep impression on those who witnessed her act of compassion. This precious video speaks volumes about the resilience and kindness inherent in the UAE's diverse expat community. It also highlights the importance of instilling empathy and charity in children from an impressionable age, as they can learn the value of their privilege and the joy that comes from extending a helping hand to those in need.
The ongoing war in Gaza has seen people from all walks of life uniting to provide support, and this young volunteer serves as a reminder that even the smallest among us can make a big difference. To further contribute to Gaza's relief efforts, those in the UAE have the option to donate at various Emirates Red Crescent centres across the country. And then for added convenience, we've spoken about this a lot down at Al Circle Avenue. They're hosting a big donation drive happening until October 30th, every single day, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can bring all of your goods to Warehouse 1, which means residents can come together to support Gaza during these challenging times.
All the articles are up on our website, so if you guys want to go and see exactly what you should be taking to these donation centers, what items, what you should be going out and buying prior to going to the warehouse, just do check it out either on Al Circle's official website or just go on to Lovin Dubai. And the heartwarming actions of this young volunteer serves as a reminder of the incredible impact even the youngest members of the community can create during these times of hardship. And I was talking to Masa yesterday, and we're talking about like a lot of people out in these donation centers with their phones out, just recording themselves like volunteering and donating. And a point was raised, like, is it insensitive or is it something that's needed to kind of push onto people, like, because people, like, we talk about it all the time, they show off the most frivolous things on social media. So why not show off yourself volunteering, participating in charity, donating,
We have this conversation all the time, whether or not it's okay to promote or show off that you're giving. I think there's a different level. So, for example, if you're at a restaurant and you give a big tip and you decide to video it, it's a bit weird. Yeah. I think in this case, it's really important for everyone to get the information out there. Like, where is everyone getting their news these days? Hopefully, Lovin Dubai. But are there enough channels sending in the information about donations? Yeah. I know me, for one, the first video I saw of people donating at Al Circle was from someone I follow. And I said it was Marwa, and I was like, hey, can I have this video for Lovin Dubai and post it? Because she was down there, and she was like, yes, by the way, they need more towels, they need more hygiene kits. She was there, and she was able to give me that information to share with a big audience. That's because she decided to share that on her social media. I think in this case, it's not about showing off. I don't think anyone has any ill intent with posting that they're donating.
Exactly. So true. And imagine, like, you're in the crisis, in the midst of the crisis, and you see these videos coming in from all over the world, like showing so much support to you. And people are there, just showing that they are standing in solidarity, they are helping, they're doing whatever they can. It just brings so much hope to you as like someone who may have family in the midst of the crisis, or if you're in the midst of the crisis yourself.
Yeah, so true. When we had Ibrahim on the show and he spoke about his support from people actually in Gaza, and we have 2 reporters in Gaza, and they just wanted to know that the world knew their story. So the more people share about it, the more helpful hopefully it is to get the messages to the right people.
Exactly. And even with this child volunteering, it just sets such a beautiful example to take your kids to these things and show them, because in Dubai you rarely, like, compared to the US or other big countries where you can go and show them shelters and just get them so involved to make them realize their privilege. Over here you seldom get the chance, and this is when you actually go out and teach them to realize what they have and to be grateful for it, and always to help others when they're in need.
So true. We shared the video yesterday. If you'd like to see it, it's on our Instagram feed. Something else that lit up our Instagram feed yesterday, we'd like to take you through. King Charles III's boarding school is making its way to Abu Dhabi. This is the one that was featured on Netflix show The Crown, if you've seen it. So the current king of the United Kingdom's visit to the school was famously documented on Netflix show The Crown. The school is called Gordonston, one of the UK's top independent boarding schools, and it's set to open on Jubail Island in Abu Dhabi in 2026.
Oh my god, that is so cool. And unlike its Scottish sister, this won't have a boarding option. And the amenities of the new school have yet to be revealed. What we do know that is Jubail Island Investment Company and Spaces Investment and Real Estates Development agreed on the deal to bring the school to Jubail Island.
So we had a deep dive into the fees that would set you back to go to this boarding school in the UK, because they haven't announced amenities that are coming to the Abu Dhabi school. So we think it's a day school. However, per term, the prestigious Scottish school will set you back between 48,000 dirham and 73,000 dirham, depending on which year you are in the senior boarding school, with 1 year at the high end, so between year 9 and year 12, I think in the UK system, that's how it works, a year will cost you 218,000 dirham. Therefore, your child is gone.
That is quite expensive.
It's expensive.
But
that's 1 year, and you're thinking they're going to do 6 years.
Yeah.
Now that's at the high end, but let's say, for example, it's between 100 and something a year. I would be, if my child was in one of those schools, like, do you know how much the second is costing me?
Yeah, if your kid bunks even a day, it's disownment that instant. Like, you're not bunking school. There's no sick days for you.
You'd wonder if there's massive pressure, because obviously for some people, that amount of money would be a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
But for some parents, they're thinking, I really want to give them this type of school education. I looked at the website, by the way, and they go on yachts. They're helping the community. They're doing all sorts of like extra initiatives and activities, and maybe parents want to give that education to them. But then the pressure on the child must be quite tough.
It is a massive flex to be sending them to a school that's so closely, related to King Charles and royalty. But at the same time, like, just thinking about like, the technicalities of the location. If I was staying in Dubai and I wanted my kid to be studying there, it just makes sense to make it a boarding school, although it's not.
Are we talking about the Abu Dhabi one?
Yeah, the Abu Dhabi.
Oh, but I think there is a number of elite secondary schools here as well. So this isn't like the first one to come.
Yeah, I know there are, but it's like if I wanted to send my child like to this one specifically, and that too, like the location, and I think I think it's a very like secluded location
in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
it's on Jubail Island. It's a new development.
Yeah.
We have someone from the Abu Dhabi team in the back. Can you give us any information about Al Jubail Island? They're redeveloping it or developing it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a brand new facility for sure. They're not bringing over their Hogwarts-style castle.
Petition. Oh, are they not?
They're not. They're not transporting it, which would be a shame. Oh. But they are planning to bring the ethos of the school, which is teamwork, resilience, all of that. But how do you bring that?
Yeah. How do you bring that? The ethos of a school? You bring it with, like, I think how you instill like the values and what the assemblies and the teachings and like the way you kind of instill these teachings upon the children.
We're going off today. If you would like a little rundown of King Charles's experience at the school, it is documented on the show The Crown. He famously didn't enjoy it, but he says that the show actually went further. So he apparently was bullied, but I think the show showed a much more extreme version of what he actually went through, apparently.
I feel like there are two kinds of people in this world. One that love boarding schools, have had the best experiences of their lives, and have made friends for a lifetime, memories of a lifetime. And then you have people who absolutely hate boarding schools, had the worst experience, hated everyone there, hated their time there, missed home every single day. So I don't think there's a middle ground for boarding schools.
So true. I went, loved it. However, I remember I went to a boarding school when I was about 10 years old, and it was for 1 year. And there was one guy who just hated it. Every single day he cried. And the parents would come down at the weekends and kind of look after him and brought him tucked, like sweets and things, but it just didn't fit. And you're thinking, looking back on that would have been a really difficult situation for him. So I think that you should probably give it a week or two. If they're still hating them, maybe pull them out. I don't know.
True. Because it's like what you're living there. So you don't want to be in that state of mind 24/7. If you're hating it, if you're hating your environment that much and just being stuck, it feels like prison at one point.
I don't know. Let's jump into our next story. get your runners on. The Nikhil Palm Run is looming and there's 21k prize money up for grabs. Calling all runners, actually walkers, all ages. The Nikhil Palm Run is back. It's going to be epic. You can choose your distance, kicking off with 1k, 5k, 10k and 21.1k. This is a road race that takes place on the iconic Palm Jumeirah in Dubai, and it's a perfect way to experience one of the world's most famous landmarks. Plus, it's a great way to challenge yourself for the upcoming Dubai Fitness Challenge.
It's happening on Saturday, 4th November 2023 on Palm Jumeirah, Dubai. It's child-friendly and it is timed. So if you want to challenge yourself, this is the way to do it. And every competitor gets an event shirt, goodie bag, finisher medal, finisher certificate. We are living for those. You cannot have enough certificates and medals in your life. And a photo, 8 stations, backdrop, and there's also a total of 21,100 dirhams up for grabs.
We have all of the details of that prize money. If you're watching our Facebook show, please turn that on. You can register now at raceroster.com and then /events, and you'll find the Nikhil Palm Run. Like we said, it's a great way to challenge yourself ahead of Dubai Fitness Challenge. Are you getting out of bed to try and win this money?
Yes.
I feel like your head's like battling. It's like money, sleep. Money, sleep.
Money, sleep. Money, sleep. Money, sleep. Money.
Money. That's why we go to work every day. Yeah.
Money. Money is winning this one. And a certificate and a medal.
And a medal and a certificate, yeah. You're going to see both Simran and I there at the Nikhil Palm Run. I just like the idea of like being up fresh. If it was a sunny day, you know.
I would be so proud of you if I saw a picture of like a certificate and a medal.
I'd be so proud of you too. I think I'd be more proud of you, than you would be of me.
No.
I would be more proud of you.
You know how proud I was when you won paddle last year? I was like, yes.
I didn't win.
But you won for your group. Did you not? You did.
No, we came second.
No, but that's still something. But you like coming first. She's so competitive.
So we will see you down there, Nikhil Palm Run. Do register now. It's going to be an absolute blast. This is the season for outdoor activities. Speaking of outdoor activities and someone who's dishing the secrets on where to go to in Dubai, we're going to be joined very shortly by DXBhun, talking blogging, teaching and her secrets to social media success. guys, welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. Introducing DXBhun. This Dubai Hun started her career in Dubai as a teacher 5 years ago. She's now a fully fledged blogger and she's going to reveal Dubai's best kept secrets and the secrets to her social media success. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Not at all.
You came in like a ball of sunshine, bringing so much energy to this studio. Are you always this energetic?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, all the time. Yeah. I did have a coffee, and I am up before 9 o'clock, which is rare these days after teaching for 5 years. But yeah. I'm always like this, always. Yeah.
This is the thing. So I've seen your account. I've seen loads of your videos. They're great, by the way. I would never have known that you're a teacher in that journey, which is super cool because I think so many of us, I also came to the country as a teacher. Tell us,
I love that. I'm all about career changes.
So tell us, like, how did you, first of all, how did you end up in Dubai as a teacher? Okay. And then tell us about the job.
Yeah, so how did I end up in Dubai as a teacher? I actually had friends from university. I went to University of Brighton, and a couple of my friends had moved to Dubai as a teacher. I was seeing it on Instagram all the time, and their life looked amazing. And they're like, Coral, you're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. And that was it. I was sold, and I thought, you know what? I was 27, and just things were a bit loose end in the UK, and I just thought, that's it. I'm taking the jump. So amazing. Yeah, I moved, and yeah. Okay,
fine. So we spoke about this during the show. Yeah. Have you ever been to a boarding school when you were a kid?
Never.
Is it something
I heard about this?
Would you want to go to a boarding school? What are your thoughts on boarding school? It's just random.
No, I wouldn't. No way. No, I shouldn't say that, but no. I think I just went to a normal school, you know. I think it grounds you, you know, makes you a bit, you know, stronger.
So then how did you get into the whole aspect of like content curation, blogging?
Yeah. So I kind of felt like it was just after COVID, you know, and I felt like you know, there was no one in Dubai really telling people from a British point of view of things to do in Dubai. And I used to, when my family used to visit, I used to make really good itineraries, and I had friends asking me for them, and I always seemed to know what was going around town, you know. And that's actually where the name DXBhun comes from, but I'll tell you that in a minute. And yeah, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to start making videos. And I actually started on TikTok first, and I just started putting little clips together. Honestly, if you scroll right back to the beginning of my TikTok, there are some dreadful videos.
Oh, we should have done that.
The level of content creation then was horrendous. They're just so badly put together. Now I'm like, you know, and then some people started sharing my videos. I think I've had like other news outlets share my videos, and I had no one to credit. Everyone couldn't credit me because I didn't have an Instagram account. So yeah, that's how I thought, well, I think I was on TikTok around like 6 months. And I thought, well, I got to open an Instagram account. And then the Instagram has definitely overtaken the TikTok now. And I think Reels are a really big part of social media. And I started just improving and getting better. And yeah. But I make everything with my iPhone.
But you know, some people will say it's really easy to take a video. And some people have a really negative view of bloggers and influencers.
They do.
But like, I think actually, personally, I would say the hardest part is actually putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And were you nervous to do that and share videos at the beginning?
I really was, to be honest. And it took a lot of push. At the beginning, I used to use the TikTok voiceover. I don't know if you know that like kind of robotic. And I remember my teaching friends, I started to go viral on a few, and they said, Coral, you have such a nice voice. Why don't you use it? But even putting my voiceover was scary, just knowing it was me. And then I had another blogger friend, and he said, he's very successful here in Dubai, and he said, Coral, you need to start putting yourself on the camera, because then you're the brand. You know, not anyone can make a good video, but there's a lot of bloggers in Dubai, and they make amazing videos, but they're not in it. Now people are, you know, you are the brand. You are what is, you know, the face of it. So yeah, it was scary. And I definitely did it more when I left teaching. I started to plant a bit, but you know, being a teacher, I did have to kind of stay a bit anonymous, I felt like. But then as soon as I knew I was leaving, I was like, hi everyone. Yeah.
That's a massive step, and congratulations. Like on Instagram alone, in 3 years, you've like 76,000 followers now. That's incredible.
And they're all real, which I'm really passionate about. Because unfortunately,
you can really tell with the engagement when followers are real and when the the fan base is like legitimate. So I want to ask about like, how did you go from from teaching, you took the massive step of like just going into content curation full time, but we know this industry starts off with a lot of like unpaid barters and collabs. So how did you go from that to paid gigs?
Good question. I did a lot for free in this city, like so much, you know, probably a good year, 2 years for free, everything for free, building up that platform. You know, I remember I got my first free meal. It was Easter Sunday, literally a year ago. to this day, and that was my first free meal. And I remember being so excited. It was in Abu Dhabi, a restaurant there, and I drove all the way to Abu Dhabi to go there. And me and my friends were just like, "Wow, a free meal!" But then your time starts to become valuable.
A year ago.
A year ago, so April last year was my first free meal collaboration invite, and yeah, it's amazing. And then in the end, your time becomes valuable. You know, I can't lie to you. I probably get 100 messages a day inviting me to different restaurants and things, and it's lovely. But in the end, your time, people think, oh, you get a free meal, it's lovely. But then I have to go home and make that video for 2 hours at least, you know, and edit it. And that's the bit that takes the time. And, you know, shooting it, often you eat cold food. And it's like, people think, oh, you get a free meal, it's so nice. But actually, there's a lot that goes on behind it.
That's what. So you're getting 100 messages a day.
At least.
And how many of those will turn into actual paid collaborations? Because at the end of the day, you've left your job, so now you want to make a business out of it. Yeah, because sometimes people are like, barter, but your trade license, everything you have to get, that costs like, on average, 20,000 dirhams. So, you know, you get that. And I'm like, sorry, it's now my life, it's my rent. A free meal is not going to pay your rent. But I understand restaurants, and it also costs them money to give you food. But, you know, it's a value of things. You know, I had a restaurant the other day. They invited me back to a different restaurant of theirs. And they said, Coral, that video you did us before, we were fully booked for the next 2 months, back to back daily. Amazing. And think about the money you're making that restaurant. The little fraction that I'm asking for is really not as much as I know I can make a company, you know?
100%. It should be like, of course, like they should accommodate in the marketing budgets and stuff like they are to ask for that promotion. But how do you calculate like how much you charge for your content, and how did you start doing that? Luckily I have my sister's best friend in the UK actually is a successful blogger, and she gave me so much advice, and talking to other bloggers in Dubai as well, very well known, real followers, bloggers, you know, accredited, and so we discuss, you know, we talk about it, what's the value, what do you think, you know. Unfortunately, the UAE actually, we charge a lot less than the UK. There's some sort of, I think it's only up and coming that people are now realising they need budgets for content creators. I actually hate the word influencer. I don't see myself as an influencer.
Why do you hate the word influencer? Because I know it's got negative connotations. But
influencer.
It's got negative connotations, but at the end of the day, what you're doing is encouraging people to do something.
Someone actually said such a good thing. He was a marketing guy, and he was like, Coral, you started as a content creator, but you've turned into an influencer, you know? I just find the word influencer, like, it comes across like fake and, you know, posy pictures on the beach, you know, Burj Al Arab, like, you know, in the bikini, and that's not me, you know? And I make good quality videos, you know? And I think I kind of broke that mold in Dubai of that aesthetic look, you know, I'm 32, I'm not aesthetically Instagram, but that's what people love. So I think,
So what is your, let's say, personality on social? Like, do you keep it real, candid, or do you mostly focus on like whatever you showcase and the way you interact? Is it just work-based? Like you're just going to show people what they want to see, or will you show parts of yourself and your life that, you know what, this is me candid? Yeah. Like it if you like it, don't.
It's always candid, to be honest. The reels are not so much. They are like more information, the reels, but stories is candid. Like I'm like, I just woke up, and you know, it is my life, and it's really nice to be able to get my personality across in stories. I kind of would love to go down that route in TikTok as well, but it's just so hard. Once you've got that consistent and you know it works, it's hard to change it. The algorithm, you know, they see you doing information videos every day. As soon as you do something different, it's like, ooh, you know, so it likes consistency.
That's interesting. I think that people get to know you and they love your personality. So what's the reaction you get from, I guess, friends when you started putting yourself out there, and then also randomly from the public? Are you getting a lot of DMs every day?
Oh, yeah, every day. Every day. And they're normally good. I get like 99% good, I would say. Obviously, you have to have thick skin. Like, you do get trolls, you do get them days. I get comments about the way I look, and you have to just suck it up. It's part of the job. You know, there's good parts of the job, bad parts of the job, and that is just one of them. My friends are so supportive. They're my day one huns. Like, there's 5 of us, and honestly, I would not be here today without their support. Like, I've been homeless, I've lived with them, because obviously being a teacher, you get accommodation, and that obviously went, and honestly, I've lived with them, everything, and now I'm finally in a position where I'm like, okay, yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I made it, Mum.
Day one huns, I love that so much. With the negative stuff, do you respond? Because like we get that too, you know. But we're obviously on a news platform, and there has to be a professional element in how we speak to the audience. But sometimes you can get triggered, and it's very difficult to kind of like hold that back. But it's your personal brand is being shaded. So how do you respond to that?
It just depends on the time of the month, I think. Some days I'm like, thank you, have a lovely day. And sometimes I'm like, like, you know, I think it just depends. And, you know, sometimes my mum is my best critic. She's like, Coral, you can't put that, Coral, you know, don't respond like that, or take that video down. You know, recently, I had a very viral video, and sometimes you have to think, okay, is this going to be good for the public? Is it not? And you have to decide, you know. So, I did actually have to take that video down. So it does happen sometimes.
Because of the public court of discontent, or because of your mum?
A mixture. I thought it was kind of positive. You know, sometimes the most viral things are the most controversial. That's what I've worked out as well, unfortunately. You know, for me, it was funny, you know, but sometimes the comments, it was just like not going so well. So you have to make that decision sometimes. Okay, it's nearly 1 million views, but is this going well? Okay, I think I'm going to remove it, or turn off the comments sometimes as you've just had enough. You can't please everyone. You know, there's always going to be something.
That's the thing.
You know?
That's so true, not pleasing everyone. And we want to get into mental health with you, but I want to ask first, because you said a lot about like consistency and engaging, interacting with your audience, and like responding to people. Doesn't it give you screen fatigue, like full on?
There's sometimes like my sister's just visited Dubai, and I can't lie, I pretty much ignored messages. I was like, I'm so busy, like I'm just going to really have a bit of a vacation. Obviously, we had some collaborations in between. She was here. I pick and choose the ones that are going to benefit her time in Dubai. But sometimes you do get tired. I'm actually looking at point now to expand a bit and hopefully have someone like a social media, kind of someone to answer my messages daily, because that would just take a lot of pressure off me. And I can focus on the content creation, making the videos, and who knows, it's time next year, whole team.
Speaking of the whole interview is about content.
Content.
So DXBhun, you said you'll tell us where the name came from.
Yes. So when I was a teacher, I used to always come in, I'd be out late, you know, I shouldn't say it, but whatever. Always late on a night out, and one of my colleagues used to always say to me, oh, it's DXB's biggest hun walking through the corridor. Where have you been last night, or where have you been in the city, you know? So I actually started as a joke, like TikTok. I thought, DXBhun, and it kind of took off. But you know, that's kind of my advice as well, is like if you're going to do a blog, you know, you could really narrow yourself down to food or this, but it's so good that I called it that, because it doesn't mean I can only cover food. I can literally cover anything I'm comfortable with. And actually, sorry, going back to the question about how many jobs are actually paid, I would say 1 in 20.
1 in 20 of your reels that we see on Facebook?
No, 1 in 20 messages. I would say you become pickier and pickier. You know, at one time you're trying to pay your rent, you're like, okay, I'll do it. But now you're like, okay, you really have to think about what your audience want, what they're going to respond to. And sometimes I know my audience that are not going to like that, and I just have to say, I'm really sorry, I don't want to waste your money and your time. I'm really honest with people, and I just say that's not going to work, and I think you should choose this blogger instead. You know,
that's cool.
And what works for your audience, your content?
I think things that, like, it's more from a British point of view. Like, I can cover lots of things that maybe some other bloggers cannot. So it's more from that type of, you know, view. So brunches, restaurants, you know, things to do. A lot of tourists actually follow my page. It's crazy, from around the world that are visiting Dubai. So I have to think on that mode. Like, if you're visiting Dubai or new to Dubai, someone messaged me the other day, like a lovely message saying, like, you know, I actually have really taken the new life in Dubai, and you know, I'm only doing things that benefit my life, and I really love that you found those hidden gems and more than just partying.
It's cool. We want to actually jump into a game going tell us your best, so we're going to get all of the details about what's going on in Dubai. But before we do, we want to know, for people to jump jobs, so to jump ship from teaching in particular, and jumping into something that looks very glamorous and it looks very fun, what has been the most challenging part?
I get this a lot, and I get actually lots of teachers reach out and they say, can you give me advice? And I would actually say, I didn't actually leave teaching to go full-time straight away into content. I actually took a marketing job for a while, and I was in marketing and influencer management for around 2 months. Then I went part-time, and it was very gradual. So I would just say, make sure you've built something up first. Don't just leave your job and, you know, I'm going to go for it, you know, because it is a lot tough that looks. Make sure you've built that up, them clients or whatever you're going to do, it's secure before you make that jump. But at the same time, be brave and do it. When you know your job pays your rent, it changes your life completely. You work way harder, you know. So before it was like a hobby. Now I'm like, you know, a bit business-minded. No, I will not negotiate my price. It's already reasonable, you know.
And have your number one huns on the side as well.
Yeah, they're always the biggest supporters. Yeah.
We love that. And we love that, you know, like recently we've spoken to so many people, and it's just like having a strong support system makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
And clearly that's for you as well.
Yeah, for sure. You do have to kind of be careful of people wanting to be in your life for a certain reason to benefit from the glamorous life. You know,
free meals.
Yeah, you get that a lot. Like, I'll be your plus one. Like, oh, I'll go there. Like random strangers. I'm like, do you not think I got a list of 50 friends that I can take? You know,
the cheek,
the cheek of you all.
I mean, fair play. Like, why not?
Yeah, why not? But you know, you got to have some good camera skills. You're going to eat cold food. You know, it's not as glamorous as it looks sometimes. 100 takes of me walking in.
And they only realize that once they're there with you, and just like, okay.
True, it's nothing in life is free, people. Let me tell you that.
Yes.
Let us jump into DXBhun reveals Dubai's best kept secrets. We're going to play Tell Us Your Best. We'll say one thing and you tell us the best.
Okay.
In Dubai.
I feel like she'll smash this.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay, date night spot.
Where would I go on a date night spot? Or...
You can recommend more than one.
I know, I'm thinking, it's a hard one, date night. I love like the cinema, Roxy Cinema maybe. Like, I love that. They do a date night cinema.
Cinema
I
for
know,
date night.
but you got to know these people. It's like maybe like a into it, you know, like you've been with them a while.
Date 2, 3.
Yeah.
Hidden gem vibes.
Hidden gem. I'm trying to think. Date night, beach. Maybe like a secret beach, like I love the Black Palace beach, you know. You can just go for a little coffee on it. It's not great, but
I like that as a beach.
I like
I'm a walker for a first date, I must
like
say.
something on Korean bike. I love a Korean bike.
Yes.
You know, down the beach, the kite beach track.
I'm down for these activities. Simmer's
I love
not
an activity.
So much.
Kayaking. They do the crystal clear kayaking.
For a first date?
When I guess so. Maybe I'll just go for coffee because I don't want to waste my time. If I don't like him, I'm stuck in a meal for 2 hours.
Fine. Date night as to like if you're dating for a while and you want to go out for a date night. Yeah, that's cute. Yes, Korean biking.
I like Korean biking for a first date, I must say.
Oh, I know.
Why
I
not?
Like boom battle
You'll get competitive and you're going to outrace him.
Because they have speed restrictions.
Yeah. I actually went with my girls and we were like, this would make the perfect first date boom battle bar.
What is that?
It's in JBR. Yes. Yeah, and it's games, mini games, and there's drink. It's open till really late. There's a vibe. You've got like axe throwing, mini golf, darts. I actually love that. We said this would be the best date. Because it's something to talk about.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
You hear that? Take notes.
They're going to love me.
Places to wow visitors.
I actually went somewhere recently with my sister because you might actually had someone as well message me the other day. Coral, they visited before, but we want something different. You're nice. It could be anyone. And it was Nuska Beach. They have a beautiful beach bar with Burj Al Arab views, and we had like a business lunch, and it was beautiful. Like that wowed. Nuska Beach. Yeah.
Okay.
That was stunning.
Who's taking notes?
Who's taking us to Nuska Beach?
Okay. Cheap eat spots.
Affordable, yeah. I do love pickle, can't lie. That's a nice like, where should we order or where should we go? Ordering in as well, a new place. I'm actually a huge fan of Hot Bun. They're just out recently, burgers, waffles. Like their burgers are unreal. Like if you want to order in.
Are you writing it down?
I feel like I'm just getting burgers.
We're going to have a card.
Yeah. I also love, the TGI Friday do a business lunch for like 59 dirham, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's unreal. Huge food portions. I couldn't actually believe you get all that for 59 dirham. Yeah.
I used to have TGI Fridays back in the day. Ladies' night.
Yes.
Oh, my favourite ladies' night.
The free drinks ones, not the ones where you pay a package.
Okay.
I think though, back in the day it was all
There's
free.
none left that are free.
Yeah.
There's none left after COVID. That was it.
Yeah.
No. I'm trying to think if there's any free. I got one I want to try. There's one at Black Flamingo I want to try. And like that is free drink. No, it's not. It's 175. But it's free flowing all night. And I saw that come up. I recommended it to somebody even though I've not been because I just know they're a bit of a vibe. If I had visitors, STA ladies night, that's good. I'm trying to think of a ladies night as well, another one. But maybe like the Made in Shanghai on a Wednesday, Crazy Rich Ladies night, that's also good.
Remember pre-COVID? If you didn't, it was just free, ladies.
It was free.
It was a whole other ballgame.
Yeah, like cargo. You used to be able to go in like Pier 7 and have drinks at every level and just be at the top like, woo!
Take the stairs because the lift was busy.
Yeah.
The good days.
They were the days.
Hack, Pier 7's, levels.
That was good.
Okay. Winter spot suggestions.
I'm excited for the winter. It's slowly coming. Some days are cold, some days are hot. It came today, right? I just really I'm doing a lot of Abu Dhabi at the moment, and I recently just went to the mangrove walk. I love that in Abu Dhabi. Me and my sister stopped by to do 2 kilometer walk around the mangroves. It's beautiful. Hikes, loving the hikes. Hikes, yeah. Global Village, I'm a big fan. I think it's like Marmite, you either love it or hate it, but I'm a huge lover.
Yeah,
Global Village, just love walking around, looking at everything, you know. Yeah, hikes as well, hikes.
Hikes,
Okay.
Global
Yeah.
Village.
And kayaking, kayaking, I think that's great. Hatta, yeah, there's loads.
I have not been to Hatta yet. I need to go up. I know. Ever.
What
It's
is
I need to
beautiful.
go and climb the
Yeah.
Hatta sign. That needs to
Yeah.
happen this year.
Yeah.
And then last one, I'm going to skip burgers because you said pickle.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Oh, the best pizza. This is a hard one. I do love pizza.
Pit fire.
I know, yeah. I really like,
No.
I like Papa John's if I'm going to order in.
John's
Yeah.
The
Interesting.
garlic sauce.
Yeah. I'm trying to think as well. I like Basola. They have beautiful
really
Italian
Pizza Hut.
food. Yeah, I used to work there when I was little, like 15 to 20. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm more Papa John's and Pizza Hut, but yeah, Basola is a beautiful Italian restaurant. I really and
They do great pizza
Filia.
upstairs.
Like if I was going to go out, Filia is just a stunning Italian restaurant for pizza. Yeah.
I'm just thinking of
Filia.
like a nice
Yeah.
cheesy truffle pizza right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking of the same pizza, I swear.
We know the pizza. Puccinella, great pizzas. All
Yeah.
right, so now you know. But guys, if that wasn't enough, how can people find you? How can people ask questions and see your content?
Yeah, so give me a follow on DXBhun on Instagram or TikTok. And you can message me via Instagram as well. My DMs, I'll just sit there all day answering them.
I will be DMing you tonight.
We are now all day one Huns.
Yeah.
Am I right? Guys, thank you so much, Coral. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, thank
And
you.
we're going to be back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Bye. Thanks for having me.